Warning, this is not intended for one hater, but all haters. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters.
Call it my battleground. I'm on that center stage where suckers be talking that, but not to my face. Making major moves while them haters prove nothing no harder you shine. You know them haters come by the dozen. All them haters that be talking about us, they be hating on our grind, cause you know we coming up. We be spending all that time on these rhymes and the clubs. You can't steal my shine, cause I'm prime, never mind, cause fame and fortune.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Who's ready to rock and roll on this beautiful and blessed Sunday NFL morning? We got a little double echo going on. We'll get rid of that here right after this short little message from
Yeah, you're so fine and you're all mine. I just want everyone to know. I'll tell the world, yeah. I'll tell the world. I just want everyone to know.
No matter how bad sports betting gets for you, don't ever be like that fella on the bed. Pay attention to your ladies. Or your men, if that's your thing. What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. Somebody give me an audio check. Let me know that we're loud and clear and you guys can hear me. Excuse me. Ready to rock? Man, I filmed a badass video from the DraftKings suite at the Coyotes game last night. And apparently, when I sent it in, I uploaded it to whatever. And I guess the file got corrupt or whatever they did when they took it off and then deleted it. I don't know what the fuck happened. But it was actually a pretty damn cool video in a packed suite at the Coyotes game, which was a lot of fun. So thanks to Jordan over at DraftKings for the hospitality for me and my little one. It's always a great time. Always a lot of fun. Some big games today. Big one starting in 15 minutes. We're going to jump right into that one. Hold on one second. Alrighty. So we're going to jump right into the games today. Why? Because we got some NFL action in 15 minutes. Oh, yeah. And I don't know about you guys, but I am definitely ready for a big win today. A real big win. And Sunday NFL guarantee play. I have to go back and double check the record. But for some reason, I'm thinking we're 15-3 or 14-4. One of the two. I think it's 15-3. Seth says, cashed in the kids' college fund for the Sunday NFL guarantee play. They're going to either Harvard after that or McDonald's University. I love it. Harvard it is, brother. Harvard it is. But yeah, the Sunday NFL guarantee plays have been, to say phenomenal, would definitely be an understatement. Reginald, my brother, what is going on? How are you? Happy New Year. I hope you're doing okay. Renald as well. Sheriff Edward is in the house. Seth, what's going on? Greg, Tim G, Alex, good morning. Les, good morning. Actually, some of you, it's good afternoon. Shane, Mr. Grover, Mr. Brackens. Trent, you didn't get them for Friday or Saturday. Did you change your number? Trent, let me know if you changed your number because I've been texting them to you for the number that's on file. Very weird. Which, by the way, you haven't missed anything. I've been in a little lull the last couple of days, so probably not a bad thing. Here, I'm texting you again for today. I don't know why, but it was not showing up as an iMessage, Trent. So let me know if you got them now. Tim G, good morning. Pat, good morning. Michael, good morning. Fast Freddy, good morning. Everybody that's tuning in that I missed, good morning. Jay Landon says, I come in and watch quite often. I can't help but think about reactions to legit football questions regarding COVID yesterday. At what point should I inquire that useful info without offending people? Well, depending on your question, I don't think you would offend anybody. Brian S., good morning. Says, wants to know, are the dogs going to be barking today in the NFL? We might see a few surprises today. Anthony, good afternoon. Excuse me. But nonetheless, I am ready to rock and roll. And I say we jump right into it and get this first breakdown underway. Now, keep in mind, we're going to have plays on sides and totals and other avenues on some of these games. So some of these games, obviously, I will not be able to help you out on. But I'm going to help you out where I can today in the NFL. So let's jump right into it. By the way, the Sunday NFL Guarantee play, you have until 4:30 Eastern time. Now, that may not be the start time of the game. It may be, the evening game, or maybe the total. Could be something on that game. But I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is, obviously. But you have until 4:30 Eastern time, 1:30 Pacific to get on board. And we're going to have some fun with it. Amaris, good morning. Jesus, good morning. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it. Congrats to FC yesterday while I get everything, all the live odds up and running. Congrats to the doctor. Max Fight pick winner and another winning card to start the year. Don't get any better than that. Fast Freddy says the weather in Tampa is improving. I got it on the screen. Looks pretty damn good to me. Looks pretty damn good to me. All right, so Patriots got blown out. I saw the Patriots hopefully being able to keep it close yesterday. That was definitely not the fucking case. That was definitely not the case. All right. We're going to jump right into it. Eagles and the Buccaneers. Trent, I just got your reply. Glad you got him now. Pack, you made it in the range of 8 to 10 units on the UFC last night. Fantastic, man. Absolutely love it. He definitely put in his homework like he does for every single event. All right, line on this one. Bucks are down to 7, laying $1.15. Was 7.5 and higher for much of the week. Some late money coming in on the Eagles, who you can still get at 7.5, believe it or not, at minus $1.12. Total on this one is down to 47.5. First half number, Bucks laying 4.5, minus 255 on the money line, as well as a total of 23.5. Damn straight, Renault. Yeah, overall, FC was 5-2. And even the stayaways, the write-ups, spot on. First quarter, over and under 9.5, with the Bucks laying 2.5 in the first quarter. Interesting number on the Eagles, plus 2.5 possible. Shane says, I see the Steelers covering, but not winning. Same with the Eagles. I see Dallas covering. You know, if you guys watch the daily free play video, you'll see that I agree with one of Shane's opinions. It's funny, some of the comments completely disagree. Some of them completely disagree. Individual team totals on this game have the Eagles at over and under 20 and the Buccaneers 27.5. First half numbers, 9.5 for the Eagles. They just switched it. It's been 13.5 for the Bucks all morning long. They just moved it to 14.5. However, they're giving you plus money at plus 125. The Buccaneers' first quarter team total is sitting at 6.5. Minus 145. Ray, if you don't know who FC is, then you need to stick around a little more often. You don't know much about us if you don't know who FC is. He is our resident UFC expert, former sports agent to many UFC fighters. All right, so jumping into this game right away. I mean, you got the Eagles 9-8 on the year straight up, 8-1 against the spread, 10-7 to the over. Hurts to Smith has been a hell of a combo all season long. Then you got the Bucks 13-4 straight up, 9-8 against the spread. They were also 9-8 to the over. Bucks finished winning 7 of their last 8 games. Their only loss was a 9-0 loss against the Saints. Back in week 15, I believe it was. They beat the Panthers 41-17. They beat the Jets 28-14. They beat the Panthers again 32-6. All to end the season winning 3 games straight. Seth says, breaking news, the Bills just scored again. The Bills just scored again. That they did. And then you've got the Eagles. Obviously, they lost their last game of the season, losing 51-26 against the Cowboys in Week 18. They won 4 games straight before that to get into the playoffs, beating the old football team 20-16. They beat the Giants in a beatdown 34-10. They beat the football team again 27-17, and they had that 33-18 against the Jets. Weak schedule. Excuse me. By the way, underdogs are 7-2 in this matchup in the last 9 head-to-head meetings. They played earlier this season with Tampa Bay winning 28-22. Before that, it was 3 years since their prior meeting. Tampa Bay 5-0 against the spread at home versus an opponent after a straight-up loss. The Eagles are just 2-8 against the spread their last 10 games on the road versus an opponent who's coming off a straight-up win. And the Buccaneers 9-1 to the over. Their last 10 games at home going up and against an opponent, who's coming off a straight-up loss. When it comes to the numbers on this one, the Eagles, who averaged 26.1 points per game, they also average a massive 168 game on the ground at 4.9 yards per carry. They average 200 yards a game in the air with Jalen Hurts at 6.9 yards per passing attempt. They'll be going up against a Bucs defense that has been stingy, holding teams to under 3 touchdowns a game at 20.8 points a game. The Bucs have been holding teams to 93 rushing yards a game at 4.3 yards per carry. And by the way, yes, Leonard Fournette is out. We've known that for a full day. The Bucs also give up 239 in the air at 6 yards per passing attempt. And yes, Ronald Jones Jr. also ruled out, unfortunately. unfortunately. But we'll get Keyshawn Vaughn, who has actually taken a backseat to both Fournette and Ronald Jones Jr. He's only got 36 rushing attempts on the year. He's got 2 touchdowns, and he's averaging 5 yards per carry. He averages a half a yard more than Fournette and 0.8 of a yard more than Ronald Jones Jr. So that could be an interesting aspect if you're rolling with the Bucs or you're rolling with the Eagles. Now, the Buccaneers, let's talk about their offense, led by, obviously, Tom Brady, Evans, Gronkowski. No more AB. Fournette is out. Ronald Jones Jr. is out. We're going to get Kevin Vaughn for the lump of the running plays. They average 30 points per game. 30.1 to be specific. Don't want to shortchange them. They average 98 yards a game on the ground at 4.3 yards per carry and 308 in the air at 7.2 yards per passing attempt. They'll be going up against an Eagles defense that has been stingy, giving up just 22.6 points per game. They give up 108 on the ground a game at 4 yards per carry, and they give up 221 in the air at 6.4 yards per passing attempt. The big difference, in my personal opinion here, is the turnovers. You get the Buccaneers, who averaged even Steven at the end of the year. The Bucs were plus 10 in the turnover department. In the last meeting between these two teams, Tom Brady went 34 of 42 for 297 yards, a passing touchdown, and an interception. Fournette rushed 22 times for 81 yards. Jones had 5 rushes for 20 yards. Hell, Tom Brady had a yard. AB was a huge factor in that game. Not only did he have a touchdown, but he had 9 catches for 93 yards in that win. No AB today. Howard had 6 receptions for 49 yards and a touchdown. Fournette had 6 receptions for 46 yards. That was a big piece of their game. As Mike Evans was limited, obviously there was no Gronkowski, but Evans was limited to just 2 catches in that game. Ole Hurts threw the ball 26 times in that game, completed 12 of his passes. He had 1 interception, 1 passing touchdown. He was sacked twice. He had 115 yards in the air to go along with his 1 passing touchdown, and he had 44 rushing plays and 2 rushing touchdowns. Sanders also had 9 carries for 56 yards. They ran the ball very effectively in that game, putting up 100 yards a game 100 yards on the ground on the Bucs. Oh, Watkins led the receptions with 3 for 44 yards. Ertz had actually 4 before being traded for 29 yards and a touchdown. Jeff, what's going on, man? Smith was held to 2 for 31 yards and held out of the end zone. If the Eagles want to have a good chance, their defense is going to have to get early stops, and their offense is going to have to somehow score. Keep in mind, underdogs are 7-2 against the spread in the last 9. Now, as far as this game goes, whoa, losing the keyboard. As far as the side of the game goes, the Bucs laying 7 or the Eagles plus 7.5. I can definitely see a case for either side, the plus 7.5 or the Bucs laying 7. If I was going to do anything, I'm going to roll with the GOAT. I would roll with Tom Brady and the Bucs laying the 7. I would probably be more inclined to add it into one of those 7.5 point bet online teasers. or even and getting it as a pick'em, to where the Bucks just had to win and find one more to go with it. So Bucks on a teaser, I love. As far as the over and under on this game goes, of what, 47.5? Playoffs, I like to think defense. I think the Bucks get their points. If they get 28 or more, the game goes over. If they're held to 21, I think the game will stay under. So as far as the total goes, I'm off of it. Prop set I like. Tom Brady to have 2+ touchdowns. It's on DraftKings. I like that. Maybe a little prop parlay with Evans and Gronkowski's alternate receiving yards, the lowest one. I did look at that. Actually, I bet that one just for a little chunk. Nothing crazy. I do have a couple big same game parlays that I did for fun. One for 500, one for 4 and change, and then another one for 1,000. That pays like $41K or something like that. But yeah, I ain't hitting those. It'd be a long shot. It'd be crazy if I did. But if you put a gun to my head and you said pick a side for the over and the under, I'd take the over. But you guys know me. I root for points. I root for points. All right, so we're going to roll right through these next 2 games because I'm not going to give away which one we're on for the Sunday play. If that offends you, too fucking bad. And if you really want to know, just go get on the Sunday play. It's $50. That is it. Comes with the huge guarantee. I believe, I'd have to go back and check, but I believe we're 15-3 on the year. 15-3 on the year. Either that or 14-4, one of the two, but I honestly believe it's 15-3. I got to go back and check. I'm having a little brain fart. But there's a link to it right there with the cutoff time being 4:30 Eastern time. So it could be that first or that second game, or it could be the third game. Hey guys, hold on 1 second. I hit one button and we get a blank screen. It's okay. This might be the best Cappers Nation live show where you guys don't get to see my ugly mug, like, ever. Just kidding. I'm back. All right, so 49ers and the Cowgirls. Okay, Cowboys. We'll give them credit. They made the playoffs. Just how far can they go? Niners plus the 3. Cowboys laying the 3. Minus 158 on the money line with a total over and under 51. Highest total on the board today is this game, sitting at 51 points, with a first half number. With a first half number of the Cowboys laying 2.5, or minus 155 on the money line, over and under 24.5. Oh, going back to the last game, there is something that I do like. First touchdown scorer of the game. Now, if the Eagles have a great opening drive, and let's just say they get the ball first, or they stop the Bucks, or the Bucks get a field goal and they don't score a touchdown. If the Eagles somehow have a great opening drive and they march all the way down the field, which I don't think you guys might still be able to get it, even though it's just starting, although the Bucks get the ball first. But as a long shot, Devontae Smith is plus 1,400 to have the first touchdown of the game. if there's going to be an Eagle with a touchdown, either him or old Boston, if for some reason they got it. But on the Bucs side, obviously, Gronkowski or Evans would probably be the favorite. Sterling, that is definitely a nice prop right there. Yeah, Shapendi, the Sunday... Well, if you guys remember, the Sunday NFL guarantee plays were fantastic last year, too. The Sunday plays last year were amazing as well. I think we have like 7 combined losses over 2 years for our Sunday NFL guarantee plays. I mean, I would not be opposed to a Gronkowski opening drive touchdown here, but the Bucs are going to have to convert this. Oh, a flag. Who's that flag on? I can't have volume. Obviously. Wow. Roughing the passer to start the game. Ooh. Nice hit in the thigh. Buckle the knee. All right, so back to the 49ers and the Cowboys. First quarter number over and under 10 currently at BetOnline. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. By the way, my personal plays are already out. First half numbers. For the individual team totals, Niners sitting at 10.5, Cowboys sitting at 13.5. Ooh, almost picked off there. The receivers got to haul those in. They're on the fingertips. Brady's just a little bit in front of them on a couple of those passes. Full game number, 49ers. Individual team totals. Sitting at 24, Cowboys at 27.5. That's where you get to the 51. When you start looking at this game, we get the 49ers, 10-7 on the year, 9-8 against the spread, 8-1 to the over. The Cowboys went 12-5, 13-4 against the spread. Great team to bet on this year, 8-9 to the over. 8 of the last 10 games in this head-to-head matchup have all been over the total. Pax says, what's with these receivers? Either Brady's just a little ahead of them, but they're coming off the fingertips. They're not getting the mitts on them. They're getting the fingertips. The Niners won 4 of their last 5 games to end the regular season. They beat the Rams 27-24 to get into the playoffs. They beat the Texans 23-7. They lost to the Titans 20-17, and they had that 31-13 victory over the Falcons and that 26-23 win over the Bengals. Cowboys have won 5 out of their last 6 games, with their only loss coming by way of the Cardinals, losing 25-22 in Dallas. Dallas's offensive struggles have shown droughts at times. They're going to need to not have droughts today. That is a fact. 49ers 7-0 against the spread when playing in the month of January. Dallas just 5-16 against the spread in their last 21 games played in the month of January. Dallas 10-0 to the over. Their last 10 games against big play passing teams that average more than 7.5 yards per passing attempt. The 49ers average 8.2 yards per passing attempt. They also average 127 a game on the ground at 4.3 yards per carry and 25.1 points per game. The Cowboys, on the other hand, on offense have been averaging a high-flying 31.2 points a game when their offense is rolling. They average 125 a game on the ground at 4.5 yards per carry, as well as 282 in the air at 7.4 yards per passing attempt. But when it comes to the defenses, both of these numbers very similar. They're both giving up 21 points a game. 21.1 for the Cowboys, 21.5 for the 49ers. Cowboys give up 113 a game on the ground at 4.5 yards a carry. 49ers give up only 104 and a better 4 yards per carry. Passing game. Both average. Very similar numbers on what they give up on defense. Dallas gives up 6.6 yards per passing attempt. However, they're giving up 238 in the air. And then the Niners giving up 6.4 yards per passing attempt, nearly the same, at 206 a game in the air. Turnovers. Niners -4 on turnovers, with the Cowboys plus 14 in the turnover department. Big number there, and a big third down coming up for the Bucs. 3rd and 6 to keep the opening drive alive. Either that or they'll punt and play that field position game for the opening drive of the Eagles. And they got the first down. Bucs finally catching the ball. As far as this game goes, if you want to know what we're on, I'm reading you the numbers, but if you want to know if we're on side or total, I will tell you, you got to sign up. But I do like the 49ers first half team total. I've seen it at 9.5 -130. If you can get it under 10 for the 49ers first half team total, I like it. If you can get the first half team total for the Niners under 10, I like it. That I do. Let me rephrase that. Under 10, but we're taking the over. So if you get it at 9.5, we're taking the over. Even 10 is probably safe. Bucs on a nice opening drive. Taking a look at would love to see a touchdown to Gronk or Evans. Getting a little closer down to the 13. All right, moving along to the final game. And we're going to go over this one fairly quickly. If you want to know what I'm on for this one, watch the daily free play video. If you want to know the total, you got to get on board. Plain and simple. Steelers, Kansas City. Somebody posted an interesting prop. Mahomes have 2+ passing touchdowns and the Kansas City Chiefs to win on the money line, which was -800 earlier. Is definitely enticing. I thought Brate was going to end up getting it in there. William tuning in via text. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. All right, so I'm going to jump in to a real quick college football game, college basketball, as I got football on the screen, that I like for later today for you guys. They're just going to run the ball. I don't even think he needs a passing play. So, Evans, you ain't getting the first touchdown, that's for sure. Maybe. But Bernard, with a great rushing number. This will be an interesting play. There you go, touchdown. Bernard with a rushing touchdown. I would have loved to have seen Gronkowski or Evans because I've got him on a big same game parlay that pays. I've got two of them that total about $60K. But I'm big on the Bucs first half team total over, so here's to that. All right, so taking a look at a college basketball game for later on today. It starts in 3 hours? St. Peter's and Ryder. All right, St. Peter's and Ryder. We're going to take a look at that game. And see what we can do. Yeah, we've got a big premium play on the first half. Bucks team total over 13.5. So hopefully we get it. Opening drive touchdown. We're 7 points away from getting it. St. Peter's and Ryder. St. Peter's is laying 3.5 on the road. Ryder plus 3.5, minus 106. You can get them at plus 4. St. Peter's minus 170 on the money line with a total over and under 134. Okay? Now, in our system, that we compile with Stats LLC to come up with the numbers that we do for college basketball and whatnot, we have the number on this one getting into the high 130s. And let's take a look, and then we'll talk about it. St. Peter's, a measly 4-6 on the year for the Peacocks out of the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. Say that 10 times fast. I can't even do it. The Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. Go ahead. Take 5 seconds and try and say Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference 10 times fast. Let me know if you get it done. Their last game on Friday, they beat Monmouth 67-62 at home. They're 2-1 in conference play in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. And then you got Ryder, 5-9 on the year, coming off their Friday loss to Quinnipiac, losing in OT 77-70. They're 1-3 in conference play. They do have a conference win over Marist. They've got a win over Bucknell, Coppin State, Delaware State as well. And they've lost to everybody else, including Marist, who they just beat. They already have a loss to them. Iona, Mississippi, South Carolina. Anybody with a pulse, they've beat. Now listen to these numbers. St. Peter's. They average a measly 44% shooting from the field. They turn the ball over 22.1% of the time. They hit just 30.7% of their three-point plays. They hit 43.1% of all their two-point plays. And they can't knock down a free throw at 65%. Then you get Ryder, whose offense is ranked just a smidge higher. They average even less at 42.7% from the field, but 42.7 to 44, not much different there. They average 30% from the three-point range. They convert even less of their two-point plays every, jump shot, layup, and dunk. They're at 41.9%. But they knock down 76% of their free throws. They get to the charity stripe, they knock them down. Two-foul participation. St. Peter's don't play that game. Ryder is in it 21% of the time. Right on the cusp of where there seems to be an advantage. Now, I've gone back and forth on this game, and I've taken a hard look because I actually like this matchup. I really do. But how do you bet on a shitty team when you know the game is going to be close and they can't knock down a free throw? If they can't knock it down, I can't see this game going over. Now, if this game goes to overtime, the over is a win and the under is a loss. So as long as this game is not close and doesn't go to overtime, the under, in my opinion, is in play. The under 134. St. Peter's and Ryder, under 134. St. Peter's, Ryder, under 134. Oh, not 135. Ding dong. Right there. Right there. Now, quick gander. At the Kings and Rockets game in the NBA. I was going to put this one out as a personal play. And we got a beautiful frozen screen there. But get that shit off the screen. Bucks getting the ball back in great position, though. As far as this game goes, between the Rockets and the Sacramento Kings. By the way, Steph Curry is ruled out today with that hand injury. The Kings are laying 5.5 at home. I think they win by at least double digits. I think the Kings win by at least double digits. So I'm giving you guys another one that I will have my money on. Kings are laying 5.5. So there's that one as well. And by the way, that starts at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So we're going to have fun today. We're going to have a lot of fun today. And we're going to make some money. So if you're not on the Sunday NFL Guarantee Play, you are going to miss out big time. So head over to the website, cappersdirect.com, click on that Guaranteed tab, scroll down, you'll see it, Sunday NFL Play, $50 with the guarantee. Win or you get the next one free, 15-3 on the year, and only 7 losses over what, 4 or over 2 years? And don't forget, you can get the big combo package. Week of premiums, week of my personals, Saturday guarantee, the UFC Max Fight Pick next week, and then today's Sunday play as well. So we got that board loaded for you guys. Pack, anything's possible, but I think if the Cowboys want to win, they're going to have to keep the 49ers off the field, and they're going to do that by running the ball. I think they run the ball a lot more than a lot of people are expecting today, in my opinion, as far as their game plan goes. But if they get down, then yeah, absolutely. Oh, too bad he fell down at the 50. All right, folks, hopefully we catch the premium play on this drive. It would be really fucking nice to have a big win to start the day off. Ooh. These Bucs receivers, 4th and 3. Johnson, you gotta catch that, old Johnson. No premium play cashing just yet. Bucs punting. All right, folks, I am out. Enjoy your Sunday. Please, whatever you do, wager responsibly. And we'll see you guys live tomorrow. First ever playoff Monday Night Football game. I'm pumped. I'm excited. We're going to have some fun.